everyone. Today I'll be speaking about my birth of my son. Sorry if I sound a bit off, my nose is just a bit blocked, but I just want to make this video. Okay, so before I begin, I would just like to say that if you are young or if you are old, any age, if you want a baby, you have to be mentally ready for one. If you see everyone has a baby and you feel all left out and see like, oh, everyone has a baby, why don't I have a baby? And then you walk towards that, you want a baby, eventually you fall pregnant, and there's a strong possibility that you have mental issues, mental disorders. Um, Mental health is a big problem or a big issue regarding women, mostly women. Um, Men won't really understand what we go through, and if you really want a baby, you have to be mentally ready. That's the main thing I want to say. Don't see everyone have babies and you just want one just because everyone has. So we get into it. I felt pregnant. Okay, everything was fine, that's what everyone says. Everything went fine. At the end, maybe like a week or so, a week before I gave birth, started having sleepless nights. I can't sleep. I don't know how to lay. I don't know which way to lay. I have to pee constantly. I have to use the toilet constantly. So, and then I actually gave birth 2 weeks. Sorry, I gave birth 2 weeks. Oh my goodness! I gave birth 2 weeks before I'm supposed to be due. So I gave birth in July. We are supposed to give birth in August, right? Sorry. So, okay, I went into the delivery room. I want to broke at home. Went into the delivery room. Okay. I gave birth at the hospital where I had to be transferred to another hospital. I had to be transferred to another hospital because my placenta was stuck, or whatever they call it, the afterbirth what. So it was stuck, and so while I was at the hospital, the nurse was trying to take it out, but then I don't know what she did, but it just looked disgusting. She was pulling it and then tightening it. And so I just started bleeding. I was rushed to another hospital with an ambulance. When we got there, but like just a lot of fluid came out, and I could feel like it's just coming out, and I was dizzy, I was thirsty, and um, I was telling them, the guy, the I don't know what you call it, the ambulance person. I was telling him that I'm thirsty, but obviously they know, like, oh shit, like, I'm not okay. And then they put me in this room, whatever, and male nurse came in after they put in the needles in my arms and all of that. A male nurse came in, and he was all rough and stuff, like he was just shoving his hand up my vagina and just trying to rip the thing out of me, and I was screaming so loud, and I'm hearing my son cry, and my fiance was like telling me afterwards, like, he was crying. My son was crying when he heard me screaming, right? Um, so I was screaming, and then eventually another lady nurse came in and just shoved this guy one side, and she was like taking this thing out, and out of me and say, okay, well, just breathe and whatever. So that's how you're supposed to be. Like, be there for a person, not just to take the shit out and expect I'm okay. I just gave birth. You still want to be roughing my vagina, like, really, right? But then eventually it came out, and I was all traumatized and stuff. I was all traumatized, and I had to stay in the hospital like for 2 days, and I had to get the blood transfusions, like 2 sacks. I don't know, sacks, what you put that thing up and into me. So I had to get, I don't know what you call that. They call plasma, something about plasma blood. So they take your own blood to make more blood. So that's what they did. So I had two of that, and then I don't know what other trips and stuff. And um, I was so like swollen. My face was swollen, my legs were swollen. I was like, yay! My legs are so big because I was skinny at the time. And I just wanted to be fat, but like during my pregnancy, I wasn't gaining um weight anyway. It's just my stomach that was getting big, right? And um, let me just put this. You have to put some music, some calming sounds, so that you can calm down. Not to be like quiet everywhere and you can't think. What I wanted to say. And the was on drips and everything. Okay. I know this is so blocked. You. Okay, so yeah, 2 days. I say 2 days in the hospital. Then when I got out, 2 days after I was at home, I was like out of it. Like I was fainting and I was phoning my mother. I'm like, Mom, I'm not feeling well. But she wasn't in the house. So I phoned her because I couldn't scream, I couldn't talk loud. And I told her like I'm not good, like I don't feel well, like take me to the hospital. And I went to the hospital, they took me. I couldn't walk, I couldn't open my eyes, I was dizzy. And then I got to the hospital, okay, they put me on. They didn't know what was wrong. I had to go up and down in a wheelchair, up and down, up and down. I'm out of it too. And then eventually they put me on a bed. And then I don't know, they stuck like something up my vagina where they like the camera to see what's going on. And then they let like students pick me up. They're not even picking me up, they're holding me so that I can lift myself. I was gonna lift myself and I'm weak like the fuck. Anyway. So they put me on a sugar drip, right? And then the nurse was saying if I didn't come the time that I did, I would have died, or I would have gone into a sugar shock something, and then I would have died. And then I still have that problem that I went like 2-3 times after that again, just to have like the drip, sugar drip, and then afterwards, and then I feel fine. So now I must drink like iron tablets when I feel out of it, not out of it, but like my sugar levels are low. My sugar levels is low, blood pressure is low. So if I take my iron tablets, I'm fine. But it's not nice. Like you just want to be healthy. And then I stopped breastfeeding because I think it was the breastfeeding. The more he was drinking on me, the less I was losing. Obviously, I was losing fluids and I wasn't eating properly as well. I didn't have appetite, so he was off the breast when he was like I think 5 months, and so but he's like all good. I mean, he hasn't been a sick child or anything, but now recently he got sick. But child must get sick. But he's now almost 3, and he hasn't gotten sick since like I took him off the breast. But I think there is anything more to the birth story. The birth story. Let's see. I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's it. Thank you guys for listening, for watching this video. I hope this helps. I will be posting more videos on this, not on this topic, but in this category. Alright, bye.